Hi guys, so in this video we're going to be talking about motivation to work out at home. Let's do it. I think one of the problems we're facing here is a lot of people kind of buy the exercise equipment, they put it in their basement or they put it in their garage, and they may use it once or twice and work up a sweat, and then they completely forget that they have exercise equipment there, and it basically never gets used or gets used as a clothes rack. And if you open up most people's garages, I'm sure you'll find some pretty expensive piece of workout equipment in there, or it's a treadmill or elliptical or a weight bench or something like that, which just has not been used in months and months and months. And we're usually the life cycle of one of these things is it gets purchased, it gets used once, it doesn't get used again, and then 2-3 days down the road it's like, well, I'm going to throw this thing out, and it ends up at the curb and gets taken in for scrap metal, or someone reuses it. That is kind of the life cycle of this home gym equipment. And I think one of the reasons behind that is people really aren't tripping over it all the time. It's not in their office. Like, I have my gym here set up in my office. I have a bunch of dumbbells down there, I have a weight bench, have a pull-up rack there. So I have my gym set up in my office. So I am basically tripping over it every day. It's a constant reminder that I should work out. It's just behind my computer. Every time I turn around, I'm on my computer, I have a gym sitting there. So you're doing two things with that. You're giving yourself a physical reminder by having the equipment there all the time that, hey, you need to use this equipment, you should use this equipment. That's the physical reminder. And the other component to this is that it is easy. If you have like a 10-minute break between meetings or something, you can pick up some weights and put a quick workout in there. And that way you don't have to work out continuously in one block. You can sneak like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and have a 1-hour workout just by stealing 6-10 minute blocks. It's as easy as that, really. There's also other little sneaky things you can do. Like, I have my under desk treadmill down there with a couple of shoes on it that is ready to go. So when I have a meeting which is about half hour long, I know I'm not going to be talking much in the meeting, I'm just going to be listening to what's going on. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to pull the treadmill out, I'm going to put it next to my desk, pop the shoes on, and go for a half-hour walk while I'm on that meeting, because you can actively listen to a call and you can attend the meeting and work out at the same time. There's no big deal with that. If you're not going to be talking much, you're not going to be out of breath, and it's not going to affect your meeting, then you can just pull out a treadmill and start working out during a meeting. And that kind of fixes the time management aspect of it, where people say, oh, I don't have time to work out, I don't have time to do this, don't have time to do that. But you have to also consider that if you don't work out today, you are going to pay for it tomorrow, one way or another. If you don't do things that are hard today, the hard things, which is working out, exercising, lifting weights, if you don't do those hard things today, down the road, and it may be 5, it may be 10, it may be 15 years later, you're going to pay for it, maybe through broken bones, maybe through some kind of heart condition or some other condition. There's hundreds, thousands of them out there. You're going to pay for it if you don't work out now. So you have to think further down the road. Make small changes today to avoid big problems later, further down the road. And I definitely said this earlier in the week, but I'll say it again. Focus on the end goal. That's very important, especially with exercise, because you're not going to see any changes. In fact, sometimes you're going to see things going to go into reverse. You're going to be working out like crazy, and the scale is going to go up instead of down. And that's just the way things go sometimes. That's just the way things roll. And you have to accept that. There are lots of different variables, shall we say, controlling our weight. And our weight is subject to all of those. So you may not see results right away, but focus on the end goal. And the end goal shouldn't be a number on a scale, really. The end goal should be, looking good, basically. That should be the end goal. Yeah, that's more important. Looking good and being healthy is actually more important than the weight on a scale, because some very healthy people can have a high weight on a scale as well, and that's just perfectly normal, because that's just their body type. So to summarize, I would, to motivate yourself, first you have to make your workout equipment obnoxious in your life, shall we say. Don't set it and forget it. Don't set it up somewhere and then completely forget it's there. You have to set it up and then see it every single day as a constant reminder that that piece of equipment is there for you and it's there for you to use. That's one of the first things. Second thing I would say is get your workouts done early in the day, because we all know that stuff happens and stuff happens later in the day usually. So if you get your workout done earlier in the day, there's going to be less excuses up there, less excuses to actually not work out, because we know what happens. If you don't work out first thing in the morning, stuff happens during the day, and by the time you get around to your workout, it's like 11 o'clock at night and you're just thinking, there's no point anymore. I'm tired. I'm not going to close my Move Ring on my Apple Watch for the day. I'm just sick of this. There's no point in working out, period. And you put it off on one day, and you put it off the next day, and you put it off the next day, and soon later a week goes by and you don't work out. And then, focus on the end goal. What do you want to look like when this is all done? Don't think of the scale. The scale's BS. A lot of people use a scale to kind of judge their progress, and it's kind of works sometimes, but not always. Unfortunately, doctors also judge how you are based on what number comes back from the scale. It's quick, dirty, and easy, but judge it based on how you look as well, how you look and how you feel about your body. So even if it says you're overweight, but if you feel great and you look great, then you are great. Don't worry about the number coming back from the scale too much, and definitely try not to obsess about it. Don't weigh yourself 3 times a day. Think it's going to make a difference. It's not really going to make a difference there. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Click down there, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you again real soon.